Fuck.
They might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area. Our way out is completely blocked. Oh, that's never gonna work. One little slip up and it's game. Oh, if they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rare. And once he knows we're here, guess you're. We almost got spotted. Phew, that was a close call. Watch out! He's coming this way! Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle. Oh, there's no end to these things! Fire. Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Someone a hero. Hurry up and move, traveler. You gotta hurry up and move what you want it done. You wasting time. You hurry up and move.
Oh, baby, get out of Kino, sissy ass. Kino, sissy ass. Out of nowhere.
On the Kino sissy ass.
Oh, the kid look like Scarlet Example.
Jojo was right. You look weak, Columbina.
Oh, baby, girl came out the cup, though. I'm in love with Kino.
The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power.
I'm in love with Kino.
Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
It's Arlecchino!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Heart.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
I'm in love with Kino. Be my wife. Be my wife.
Try to kill her. She thought I was cooking, Joe. She thought cooking today. I would have thought you would have died actually.
Stupid Rahira, stupid Solnari. Whatever.
He will be.
He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need...
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute. I reckon...
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
How considerate of her. Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that kept...
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you. You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves. Anastasia. Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra. Come with me. Let us find shelter from the rain.
Ah, traveler. Hello to you as well. I am the same as always. Thank you for your concern. Yes, you noticed. The morning paper forecasted rain here at precisely this hour. In my experience, predictions of this nature are not entirely. Yet today, the downpour arrived on schedule. A stroke of luck. Thank you. Though I do realize that standing in the rain is only... Are you certain you wish to stand here with me while it pours unceasingly? I see. Yes, I recently overheard a few Melazines complaining that the weather seemed to be conspiring against them. For instance, whenever they carry an umbrella with them, hardly a single cloud shows itself. Yet when they gamble on sunshine, a downpour awaits. Naturally, I know that there is no causal relationship at work, and, well, put simply, yet the fact you brought this up now makes me wonder. Perhaps today's rain arrived thanks to you. You jest. I'd feared this squall might have soured your plans, but I'm glad it doesn't seem to have dampened the mood. So it is. One's thoughts, for instance, do they not? Well, a passable joke, yes? Very well. I am glad to have received your...
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Content!
Take flight!
Solidify! I will have order!
Floaty floaty!
Shine down!
I swear, it's for medical research!
Whirling snow! Sakura swirl! Illusion shattered!
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy us some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. Then let's get right into it. But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a tea party buddy.
You're well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers, even at a time like this.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source of many of our troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda?
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over, but she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers, after all. One look, and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called What's the matter?
Certainly, Granddaughter. Flinders. Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancée of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerear's fragment also contains some of Thelindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Thelindis was still around, Rerear appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Thelindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though, were these pure-blood Conorians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian... Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain!
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's...
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who never knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
All right, then. Let's keep working in our Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino. We'll go look for the iridescent moon's As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the Wild Hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave...
I'll head back to the cure...
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting. Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Ino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything...
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute. Stay safe, everyone. Dismissed.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally. and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right! Nefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with...
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flintz's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Nodcry in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flins, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Nodcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. And Effa and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth...
We already decided someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it every...
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is...
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds' flames.
Huh? Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from...
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins, and what's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me. consuming me from the inside out. Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the Jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the Abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the Abyss. You all understand the nature of the Abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug-of-war.
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson?
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Carians used to worship was actually the iridescent moon, right? Which was one of the three moon sisters. Does that mean that the Carians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the Abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody.
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started?
When I first became a harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Harry, also known as Leobranto Innamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with power. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. Paimon will go find some bricks.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life, and in short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. So I won't be able to come with you. Once you're in... Very well. Then I'll...
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some...
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do...
Got it!
I sense a sinister gloom inside. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend. What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains.
Careful! There's some... Paimon's right behind... By the way, Kalambina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Take flight!
Let's see! Don't slip and fall!
There is no escape! Whirling...
Order guide you.
He might feel a little prick!
Shine down! Now you shall perish! My apologies! Embrace the ice!
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high! There's no way we'll be able to...
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see... Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water! Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out! Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues. Look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the secret?
Thalindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Thalindis? Is that Rearrear's girlfriend? How come we're hearing her voice here? Oh yeah! So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like echoes. Or after-image.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest, mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space, is it a coincidence or something more?
Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
My apologies! Yeah! Let's see! There is no escape!
Gather! Order guide you.
Coming Sergeant Art! Select! Take flight!
So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking... If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end. With the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Rerir, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Reflection is back to normal. Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow.
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile...
Then there's no time to lose! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow.
My apologies.
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow. Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it.
have order.
Calm down! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! Whirling snow!
Let's float! Don't be nervous! Just relax!
Sakura swirl! Illusion shattered!
Let's go!
This is order.
There! We're so close! Calm down!
Take flight!
Solidify.
Now you shall perish! My apologies!
Crumble.
There is no escape!
Let's see!
Embrace the ice!
I will have order.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
We finally did it!
The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form entirely. If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
It's so cold. Is it you? Are you here?
Huh? Are you...
At long last, I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed. And I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart as death drew near. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts scattered as the cold crept in, but I could not bear to fade away like that. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage, then I might have been spared this torment more painful than death. You look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Hypo.
What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her.
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers,
Our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your... Alright, time to leave this... That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon.
Huh?
Oh, lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The Abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart! Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise. What are you waiting for?
Oh, wait, was that you, Arlecchino? Did you wait? Your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No, I have paid the price, albeit a...
But you... Oh, we're so sorry, Arlecchino.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is...
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Feeling stronger.
Hey, Columbina, are you...
I'm fine.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch.
It's still not enough. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay. I can take...
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Not Cry. The ray here of Solnari and his wild hunt.
Well, it's good to have something. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. But now, you're full of vitality. Just...
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow strong. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rerir, give it some thought. All right. That's it from me.
You're the best!
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that mattered. Mission accomplished! Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing. Oh, do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all going smoothly. Oh, hey look! They made it back as well! Flintz! Llama! How did it all go?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a...
You seem rather cheerful today, Miss...
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
We meet again. How have you been?
Albino! What are you doing here?
That would be a natural assumption to make. It's also the correct.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt, and given how people of outstanding talent...
So? Who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him. Is that not the case?
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've...
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon, as a sign of my great respect for you.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on, You may refer to her as your esteemed...
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves. If that's not a sign of endearment, what is?
You're absolutely right, Miss Lauma. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you?
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea or a 10 on the way.
Uh-oh. People are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip some...
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help out some true friends.
I understand. Well, bye for now, Harlequin.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come on. I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues. Though it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deanslip, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.